Right, folks, welcome back to Glesga News. Right, okay, it's a bank holiday today. It's Monday the 19th of July 2021, and this is a story by Linda Howard. And Linda is a money and consumer writer with The Record, or well, not necessarily with The Record, but as you know, The Record is part of a group of newspapers which include the Mirror, I believe. I think it's called the Reach Group. So she'll be associated with them, maybe even freelance, who knows. But anyway, a bit like me. So this story, the headline, and this drew my attention because it's happened personally to me, and I'll go over that in a second, and I'll give some advice from that perspective in a minute. But anyway, the headline is Martin Lewis issues a warning to all mobile phone users about a dangerous text that could steal bank details. So we're all familiar, or I think most of us are familiar, with email scams. Oh, you don't open an email you don't know anything about. You don't ever click on a link and stuff like that, right? But it's getting a bit more personal now because people are getting texts that purport to be from certain companies. But anyway, let's talk about Martin. Martin here, Martin Lewis, he's a financial sort of type guru deal. He gives advice on the various daytime shows. You know, Eamon Holmes, not even that, where'd that come from? Eamon Holmes, the Irish dude, he's pretty good, I like him. Not that I watch his show, I'm too busy to watch his show, but I know who he is. And during one of those shows, he actually mentioned while he was talking to Martin, that he had received a text message. And the text message that he had received, this is the Eamon Holmes, the presenter of the show, and he says, yeah, I got a text message that said that I owed the Royal Mail £1.99 in unpaid tax or whatever on a parcel that was to be delivered. He says, no, I couldn't think of any parcel, you know. He says, but what should I do with that? And Martin jumped in right on and said, don't do anything, that's a scam. That's a well-known scam. Not only are they saying that the Royal Mail, they could say they're from Amazon, they could say they're from UPS, they could say they're from Hermes, they could say they're from DPD, all the parcel delivering companies. So that's just parcels, all right? They could also say, you know, and I've got texts from the Royal Mail, all right, and I nearly did it. I would say I'm more aware than most, but it specifically catches you out because think about it, we're getting a lot more parcels delivered these days, especially with the pandemic. Everyone has either got an Amazon parcel, an eBay parcel. There's millions of extra parcels flying about the country. So everybody that receives these texts might hesitate, all right? So don't hesitate, delete it immediately, all right? Of course, you do get legitimate companies sending you texts, but it's about discovering and working out the good ones and the bad ones. And I'll give you some advice on that in a wee second, and I'll point you to some good websites that can help you, you know, decide whether something's a scam. But generally, unless, you know, if you get a text from the tax office HMRC saying that you're due a rebate, I can assure you, you're not going to get a rebate because the tax office doesn't send any texts, right? They send letters, all right? And they would never send you letters anyway telling you get a rebate. Anyway, so and that's just one amongst many. You know, there's other ones that are flying about just now, text messages that relate to COVID. And people are getting text messages with a fake URL, you know, a fake hyperlink that will take you to a web page. And when you get to that web page, it's made up to look like a government website, and it claims to give you a COVID-19 payment. Or you're due a COVID-19 payment. Another one, you'll get a text talking about a lockdown fine, you know, suggesting you have breached the lockdown. Other ones are give you offers of health supplements, right? Health supplements that will prevent you becoming infected. They've got it covered, folks, right? And another one is you get you some financial support from your bank. All right, so This particular site here goes through the various scams. I'll include this in the description so you can go and visit it and take a look. Alright, that's the top 4 scams at the moment, and this site will pick some things out for you, give you some examples of the texts that are getting sent out to people. There's another one. This is one that's quite good. It's called Money Helper, how to spot and report fake text messages and smishing scams. Alright, what is smishing? You know, people go, what do you mean smashing? No, smishing. So what is smishing? Well, smishing, you receive a text message commonly from your bank telling you there's a problem with your account, issues with making a payment, or some suspicious activity. The text will contain a link for you to click on or a number to call to sort out whatever the problem is. If it's a link, it will direct you to a fake website which will harvest your bank login information. Alright, so it will say, put in your bank details here, and you do it, and they've just took your details, and they'll be in your bank account within an hour. If there's a phone number, it won't be your bank, and you'll be phoning a scam at the end of the line, and they'll get you to reveal your password and your PIN number. Fraudsters won't just pretend to be your bank. Sometimes they'll claim to be from an online account such as PayPal, or a service you subscribe to such as Netflix. Fake text message scams have also been reported targeting customers of government organisations such as HMRC, the Tax Office, and the DVLA. Now, we're all at some stage familiar with these organisations like the Tax Office and the DVLA, you know, and all these postal companies. So be aware, folks. Alright, don't do it, because I nearly done it, but something inside me said, oh no, if I owe $1.99 to the Royal Mail, they can sing for it. Anyway, folks, like the content, hit the like button, share and subscribe, because that's all I've got to say about that. Peace out.
How dare you!